squeak and rattle as much, I guarantee.
Yep.
Which, as we know, Mitsubishis do that sometimes.
Well, they're built to a price point. I mean, let's face it.
Though, actually, in all fairness, my uncle's old. He had a 1994 Mitsubishi Mirage, a little tiny coupe. It was a black one. That thing ran until like 2 years ago, fairly issueless. So that one did good.
Yeah. Well, my thing with Mitsubishi is as soon as you sit in one, you kind of know, the high quality isn't in their top priority.
I'd say quality is not even in their top priority.
See, that's true post like 2000s, because the 90s Mitsubishi was doing okay, even though their cars were cheap. And then like 2005 onward, and then you could tell, oh, are you hurting? Do you want some help? Stop it. Get some help.
And now you look at the lineup with the IMEV.
Oh God.
The Outlander Cross Sport.
Yeah.
The Outlander Sport, the Eclipse Cross, the Outlander, the Mirage G4, I think, and maybe one other one that I'm missing. I mean, they're all dismal. They're all equally dismal.
Yeah.
It's a studio. Oh, go ahead.
Their lineup makes me miss the old Suzuki Kizashi, because that was an alternative, but that was an actually decent car. That was pretty interesting.
One stat I like is that they still sold the Evos in Japan with Steelies, because if you were a rally team, you'd buy the car and put your rally wheels on it. So they, on Evo 8, they'd offer them with Steelies and a basic interior pack designed for privateer teams.
Well, now we know the most expensive car sold with Steelies, a Mitsubishi Evo 8 set up for rallying. That's kind of cool.
Oh my!
Because most people would buy their own sets of tires and stuff. They'd have so they sell it in Steelies. You drive it to your nearest thing, and you actually get wheels on them.
How about you just how about these manufacturers just offer nice wheel choices? I mean, most of them do, but then there's some that are just horrible. I mean, horrible.
The 6th gen or 6th gen Camaros, the first one, the 09 ones, they're standard.
Yeah, 5th gen.
Those wheels, okay, the spokes were so wide that I could grill a steak on them.
Right.
Massive wheel spokes, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the ones on that Bentley I just showed you.
Yeah. Thick 5 spokes. Hold on, because I got a picture of one. I'm not sure if we're talking about the same wheels.
And I'm sorry, if it's an American muscle car, I have a thing where it should be American Racing thrust rims. Preferably with black with the brushed aluminum ring, but that's
that is a good wheel spec, yeah. Again, I don't get people that don't like. Yes, those Cody. Yes.
See, I like those though. They're kind of simple, kind of clean. They are thick though.
It's that Bentley syndrome again that Doug was talking about. It's a little too much.
I think that's enough.
Yeah, those aren't terrible.
Now you want to talk about thick 5 spokes. I hadn't come around to these wheels in a long time, but these I used to have. I didn't hate them, but they were easily my least favorite. They were so thick.
Mm-hmm.
And they go in like that, so it's like they've been like something was dropped on them, and then they just kind of caved in.
Yeah. No, if you're going to go with something like a deep dish, the whole set needs to be moved back into the rim. You don't start at the front and then sink it in. You start inside. You know? And I like deep dish rims if they're done right.
Yeah.
Now, contrary to that, you know those wheels, and I'll find a photo and put it in the chat. But you know those wheels that gangsters in the U.S. have. That's they have spokes that come out.
Oh yeah, like on that old Fiat Turbo from Top Gear. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever seen that on a gangsta car in the U.S. before, but I'm sure it happens. I've seen it on trucks, actually. I've seen it on 18-wheelers, where they have the little hubcaps and they have the arrows sticking out on all of them. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the curb feelers?
Yes. Yeah, I'm talking about those. Here's a photo.
It looks like a little antenna.
Here, I'll put it in the chat. Hang on.
My first thing is when you think gangster, you think car, you think Dayton's, some gold folk Dayton's. Yeah.
Yeah, those ones.
Okay.
I cannot even tell you how many times I've seen that on a Cadillac DTS. that has a 6-inch lift kit on it.
Yep.
And okay, I actually once saw someone in a Cadillac DTS with those types of wheels, and he had his driving seat. It was like it had been pushed back.
Oh yeah, and they lean all the way back and like.
Yeah, no,
I hate that.
The whole seat had been moved back to like the middle of the back window.
Yeah,
the back window. Yeah. And I was like, how do you even like reach the pedals and the steering wheel? Like, do you just drive out like this with like with an extension or something? Like, how do you?
Yeah.
And they always have that like super low bass like bell tone music coming out of those subs.
Outside my school, I saw a Corsa VXR driver like that. He was leaned as far back as the seat could go, arm out the window, with this loud back box exhaust with his wheels that have obviously been plastered in black, driving in front of our school.
That is some compensation, man.
The Corsa, of all things.
I know, of all things, a Vauxhall Corsa.
Yeah. But is there technically anything you can do that to and go, yeah, I like that one? I mean, really.
If there is, I have not found it yet.
Shoot it with a tank.
Yeah, maybe a tank.
Yeah, you can't see anything, that's why.
Plus,
Maybe
it's
a
a tank, so it's
pre-war
automatically cool.
Well, yeah. It don't matter what you do. So, but it don't have any windows, so no one can see you in it anyway.
The only thing about VXRs, they cost nothing, because no one wants them, they cost nothing. Like, for the money for a hot hatch, you can pick them up for £1,200.
Whoa.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's cheap. Now hold on, I made a purchase recently. I made a purchase. Yeah, hold on. It's sort of exactly as you think.
Okay. It is sort of exactly as I think. So I'm gonna go along the lines of Dodge Viper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dodge. Yeah.
This is the OEM badge that you would see on the side gill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Got that off Amazon.
That's cool.
Gonna make my Viper one part at a time.
Like those magazine order kits, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I just can't wait.
That's quite cool.
Just can't wait till you say, "Hey, I bought something," and then you try to wheel in the big V10 drag pack, just like.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, I accidentally bought a whole Viper V10 engine.
We're slowly going to see Viper V10 built every week. He's going to have the block, then he's going to have heads on it, then he's going to have the manifold on it. Every week we're going to see.
He's going to have new components bolted onto the engine each week.
Here's the cam lobes.
And he's going to be like, I built it in my room. How do I get it out?
Yeah.
I built it inside my house. How do I get it outside to put it into my Viper that I bought?
Yep.
You know what though? I'd give you mad props for having a Viper V10 in your bedroom though.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
I would love to make like a nice coffee table out of one, like they did on Top Gear with that.
Yes, and they do actually have. There is I don't know who makes it, but they do actually take like broken Viper V10s, strip them all the way down to the block, and then put like a plexiglass top on them. There is people that do that. You can get a Viper table, and I really want one.
Oh, that's cool.
I need one in my life.
And
I think I need a Jag straight 6 engine table in my life.
That would be very nice.
And then you gotta put the light kit down in the crank house so that way it shines up through all your.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you could do it in like the firing order of the engine, so it just like
that's even better.
Yep.
Be like lights, boop, 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 boop. Yeah.
And then you have to have the remote where you can change the color of the lights.
Yeah.
Ambient lighting. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I saw a gaming PC built inside the block of a Ford Mustang.
Oh, dude, that's. Oh yes.
Wow.
Yes. It must be a pain to get to all the components, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, aesthetically, I bet it looks amazing.
Yep.
Probably would.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a few of those that would be fun to have. Just how big of a table do you need? I mean, if you could get like the old V12s, you could always make a dining room table out of it.
I would love to get a Colombo V12 and make a dining room table out of that. Maybe 2 Colombo V12s. Yeah.
Just Spitfire engine there. Be pretty hard to move about, but.
You know what I'd love to get is the old Bentley Brutus. You know that old nice Take that 47-liter engine and make a table out of it.
That's probably what the Queen has in her.
That would be bad. That would be. That's what I need to do for my chair for filming. I need to go out and find me like a nice chair out of the car and convert it over and do it that way.
RX-8s are good chairs. They're good. They've got very distinct shape because they've got the rotor and the headrest and stuff.
Yeah.
Go out and get like a Corvette ZR1 seat or something, and Z06 would be a little more comfortable, I'm sure.
Actually, if we're talking about comfortable seats, and I'm going to mention this, but Jag E-Type. Those seats in the E-Type, surprisingly comfortable. After 55 years, I'm genuinely surprised how comfortable. So I'd love to get some of those seats and make a nice desk tour out of them.
I went in the Q7 and those are really comfy seats.
Yeah, Audi Q7, yeah.
Or I'm sorry, here we go, I'm showing my age. Go into a Mark IV, Mark V Lincoln.
Yeah. See, but that's effectively a couch.
They got pillow tops on the seat. Pillow tops on the seat. You sit in them. Yeah.
You can make a couch out of the whole bench back seat. The whole bench style back seat. Yeah.
That would be great. Have all your furniture in your house based off cars.
There was Alpha GTV.
I'm gonna do it. At any petrol head, when any petrol head goes up, they've just gotta have some automotive stuff in their house.
Yep. Right. You're giving me a bad idea there, Doug. I'm gonna have a Viper gaming chair. Bad idea.
There you go.
Do my bedroom. That's what I'm doing for everything. The bed itself is going to be, I don't know, subframe out of an old Datsun or something.
Oh, perfect.
Got like a Datsun 240Z or 280Z, and then
it'll probably last longer than the bed frame I have at the moment.
Yeah.
Thinking of old Datsuns, I seen, what was it, I don't remember where I seen it. I was cruising around and I found the 510 Bluebird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those beautiful cars, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And absolutely. I would love to have one of those in a little, JDM tuner kind of spec. You know what I mean?
Like a retro vintage race car, like a vintage privateer car.
Mm-hmm.
And it had like a it wasn't real hardcore, a wide body for the day, which meant a little bit of fender flare on it. And it had just pushed out enough. And I was like, man, that is so sharp. I forget sometimes how good looking some of the older Japanese cars are. They some of them are just beautiful cars.
I think there should be more period correct modification.
Yeah. Okay, one issue though, Cody, it's yellow. But other than that,
agree.
yes. Yes. Fantastic styling though.
I have vomited that colour on.
TMI. TMI.
I don't even want to know what you was eating to come up with that color. Ugh. That's bad.
I think there should be more period modification because I saw a Scirocco with a period DTM on it.
Ooh! Ooh! Okay, I love that.
So I think period modification should come back.
Yeah, I mean, and especially like those, those old JDM spec Supers and Skylines.
Yeah.
I would love to import one of those and do some period modifications. Yeah, hey, that's it, Cody.
That's it.
I had a huge crush on that car for a long time.
What, the Dodge Mitsubishi car?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mitsubishi actually did a lot of rallying for the Evos, I found out for an article. They did rally those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not
they rallied
surprised.
for a while, so.
Huh. Yeah.
About everybody done rally at some point in time. It was like every other one. You just kind of had.
Even Rolls Royce got in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they did. I think they did like the Silver Shadow or the Silver Spoke something. Yeah, they definitely had one in
The
it.
one May had in the India trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And look, let's face it. Y'all know I'm not a Porsche fan. I'm not. It's just a Beetle. It's just a Beetle. But the old rally sport spec Porsches was cool. There's something about a Porsche with a lift kit on it that does, sitting on mutters, that does look
Yes. I found a couple of those for sale on Bring a Trailer, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to buy me one of those one day.
There's a YouTube channel called Ideal Cars, and I've seen that. And the guy who hosts it has two of them. And he has them lifted with all-terrains on it. He's got the steel roof racks, everything on it. And it's like, I actually like that. I actually like that.
The only off-roading Porsche. Yeah.
Yeah. There is something about a Porsche with a bull bar on it that is kind of cool. I don't.
Yeah.
Look.
Something about a 911 with like 22-inch all-terrains or like 26-inch all-terrains. It's just like, yeah, that looks good.
595s in Dakar, if I remember.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I like the Baja Beetles too. I do. They look cool. I like those as well.
It's still a bit too much of a Beetle for me, but yeah. You know what I do like though? I like those very authentic Dune buggies that actually have like the frame and the chassis and all the like components of a Beetle, but it actually like looks cool and can actually like, it isn't too expensive and it's, yeah.
Right.